Gregory, you're the one who chose to come back to a show where your ex-wife is an original castmate. Choices. Choices. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bonnie Scotch. Thank you so much for tuning into my video today. I wanted to bring you a review for Married to Medicine. This is season 11, episode 10. Y'all, this right here, we are finally getting somewhere. 10 episodes in, but we're here, okay? Now, before we get into today's episode, go ahead and hit the like button for me. When you hit the like button, it is a free way to support my channel and also let YouTube know that I am here and that you all are rocking with my commentary so YouTube starts to shoot my content out, okay? Now, listen, I know. A lot of you who watch my channel know that I am a fan of Quad. So, I'm going to try to have an unbiased approach. And those of you who have gotten to know me through my channel, you also know that I have no issue calling out my faves when they're wrong. I can call out my faves when they're wrong. I have no issue doing that, okay? That being said, I'm going to set this up, okay? And I want y'all to walk with me here. I need y'all to just trust me on this one, okay? Okay, we're going to keep it eye level, all right? Now, so we start this episode with relay races. They're in the water. We have Dr. Gregory in the water with Dr. Damon. I saw Gregory fall into the water at least 3 times. Are y'all with me? He's fallen into the water at least 3 times. I think I saw one other person fall into the water, and that was Cecil. But Cecil has nothing to prove. Cecil's ex-wife and her new man are not here. So Team Goldfish with Mimi and her man, I forget his name. I think his name is Steve. I'm starting to warm up to them. We have Team Goldfish with Mimi, her man, Steve, Simone, and Cecil. They are the ones who ended up winning the relay race. Okay, cool, fun. Now we got everybody getting ready for this pool party, which is really heavenly, just getting everybody together to ask a bunch of messy questions. We know the format. We know the lay of the land. We already understand how this goes. We have been watching Married to Medicine for a number of years, okay? We're not going to act brand new to this element. Letitia is asking Greg how he feels after the challenge. He's laying in bed. He's rolling around the bed. He's like, he's looking dejected. He looks a little bit sad. Greg says this out of his own mouth. Did y'all catch this? He says he hasn't spoken to either one of them. And Letitia is telling him that he needs to think positive. And Greg is telling her, well, you're asking me to rise above yet again. And now I need to know, what is there to rise above? What has happened? You just met this man. What do you need to rise above? What interactions have you and Quad really had that you need to rise above? Y'all still with me? Okay. She says, if you can't do it, then something's wrong with you. I'm just curious, what would be the issue with simply saying hello to your ex-wife and her new man? Just on some civil, cordial shit. Hello? They couldn't even get that. Okay. Are y'all with me? We still there, right? Okay, cool. No problem. Also, my thing is, why do you have to rise above when you chose to come on this show where your ex-wife is a star? She's an OG. She's an original castmate. What is there to rise above? If you needed to rise above so bad, then maybe you ought not be here. So now we have Phaedra getting ready in her room, and Check knocks on the door. This is the guy that she met at Sweet Tea's, speed dating. I need y'all to understand something else. Simone and Heavenly are having a conversation, and Heavenly is telling Simone that she set up the seat arrangements the way she thought it should be. Are y'all still walking with me? Okay, good. Y'all are smart. Y'all are smart, and that's why I rock with y'all. All of the couples are arriving to this pool party. King arrives with the chest out. The pecs are sitting. The abs chiseled. I'm going to just leave it at that. Nice body. Banging body. He's a gorgeous man. He's fine. He's fine as hell. Y'all already know what Quad gives. Quad is fine as hell. Miss Quad, she got it, she got it. Hello? We get to a confessional with Toya and Eugene. Toya is saying none of the men should have their chest out except for the NFL player and King. She says that I could have married a very athletic man, but I chose to marry Eugene. Toya, what was the reason? Why did you have to say this? Was this necessary? I just don't get why she has to make comments like this. I mean, some could interpret it as disrespect, but I just feel like it's embarrassing. I just feel like, why would you want to put him down, especially, I mean, at any time at all, but especially in public? It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I worry about Eugene's self-esteem at times, because imagine being married to Toya. But you know what? Maybe he likes it. Maybe he has a humiliation kink. I don't know. But the point that I'm trying to make is that Toya is always going to find a way to drag Eugene. Now we have Contessa, putting her food on the plate, talking about, oh, I thought this is supposed to be a pool party. It's supposed to be something else now. Contessa, is this your first couples trip? Now this event is called Vibe Check. So this is essentially to see how well the spouses know each other. We have Phaedra arriving last with Check. Everybody is gagged. Now, Heavenly is the most gagged because she already invited Apollo. Now, Phaedra knows that Apollo was coming already because Heavenly had called her the week before. Now, Heavenly is setting up this game. Listen to me and listen to me good. Quad is sipping on that drink. Every time I see Quad, she's sucking on that straw. We get a confessional with Confessa. She has on like a nude lipstick. She's got her hair half up, half down. It's kind of curly. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like crochet or lock extensions. Whatever it is so stunning. Couples are writing down their scores or their answers on this board. They're answering these questions to see how well they know each other. Now, let me just give y'all the seating arrangement really quick so that y'all have a visual in your mind of how Heavenly set things up. Now, we have Toya and Eugene we have Simone and Cecil behind Contessa and Scott, and Toya and Eugene. So Toya and Eugene are kind of in the front with each other, and then we have Cecil and Simone right behind them. We have Phaedra with Check next to Steve and Dr. Mimi, and then we have Quad and her man sitting right in front of Greg and Sweet Tea. Now we have King revealing that he has a 9-year-old daughter. I forgot how they got into this conversation. But anyway, Quad is saying he's a great father, and she is now wanting to bust it open to have this man's child, and they keep going in for a smooch, honey. Every time they have an interaction with each other, they go in for a smooch. He's got his hand on her leg the whole time. They're very affectionate. Y'all, Gregory is shaking his leg, okay? He's shaking his leg. He's visibly irritated at this time. Now we're at the question of how many times do you have sex per week? Simone and Cecil say 0. Simone says, I have sex as often as I'm asked. Curtis says 0, and Jackie says 1. Jackie, you know you a damn liar. You ain't having sex with that man, girl. Quad says 15 times a week. King says 15 times a week, and I believe it. They are very affectionate with each other. They're still in the relatively new stage of their relationship. Can I be honest with y'all about something? In my relationships, I expect to have sex every day. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes at night. So I could easily see it being 15 times a week. I really could. Can I be honest with y'all about something else? I've been in relationships before too where it's like, I personally feel like if you're not trying to have sex with me at the end of the day, we have a problem. Now, that's not to say like if you're not in the mood or whatever, it's whatever, it's fine. But That's my expectation. Like, I'm going to feel some type of way if you're not trying to have sex with me. We need to be having sex every day. I just feel like that's normal. I'm just talking for me. I'm talking about for me. Okay? Listen to me, y'all. Quad and her man say 15 times a week. Sweet Tea says somebody's lying. Why would she say that? You don't know what goes on in their bedroom. As far as I'm concerned, Sweet Tea got this whole shit jumping. She could have chose to say nothing, but she chose to speak up and call Quad a liar. Quad has been, I told y'all, Quad has been sucking on that straw this whole entire time. Do y'all hear me? Quad understands this reality TV game. I do believe that Quad said to herself, I'm going to keep it cool, I'm going to keep it peaceful, but I'm still going to be myself because this is my show. Nobody's going to come onto my show and run me. And if that lady says anything to me that I interpret as out the way, I'm going to get her ass together. And that's exactly what she did. Sweet Tea started this. You ain't have to call that lady a liar. You don't know what goes on in their bedroom, Miss Thing. Sweet Tea and Gregory say twice a week. Quad said, well, y'all got to get it in more because we got to have a little baby Lunsford. We're going to have a baby shower and I'm going to be responsible for it. She's giggling while she says it, y'all. She says, y'all want me to throw that baby shower? I'm going to throw it and I'm going to throw it in a circle. I said, Quad is putting on a show. Quad understands that she showed up to work, to film. She understands the task. She's at work. We get a question about what annoys you most about your spouse. King says, well, she's always falling asleep. Dr. Scott, Toucan Sam, gets up out of his seat to go and dap King and says, well, that means you've been putting her ass to sleep. Baby, when I tell y'all that burned Gregory's beans, I'm telling y'all I ate his lunch. Go back and watch. Look at his face. Look at his body language. Look at his countenance. He is trying to keep it together at this point. Every time there's an interaction between Quad and King, the cameraman pans right to Gregory's face. Now here we have Toya saying, I love y'all's relationship. It's just awkward because Dr. G is sitting right behind you. Now, I appreciated Toya in this moment because she took it upon herself to say the quiet part out loud. We still here, right? Okay. Quad says, this is his wife. And Toya is like, well, it looks like Dr. Greg is not okay. Quad says, I chose to end this marriage. I'm happy that they're together. And I think that they're perfect for each other. I said, not that they're perfect for each other, honey. Get into the undertones. Woo! Sweet Tea pipes up at this time and says, well, he wanted to end the marriage. Heavenly pipes up and says, he did not. Okay. Sweet Tea, I really don't think you understand how stupid you look and sound right now. I don't think you get it, sister. Gregory says, well, I fought for my marriage. That doesn't mean that it was all healthy. Quad is like, it wasn't healthy, not in the morning and not in the evening. Y'all know that whenever Quad gets into these dramatics, she gets into this very southern, very pastor-like drawl. I think it's the funniest shit. I don't care. Y'all can never make me hate Quad. Ever. Quad says, she is the perfect fit for my ex-husband, and I'm supporting this marriage all the way. Greg says, well, we don't care what you think. And Quad says, well, we don't care what you think either if you want to go there. Greg says, you don't support me. You got a big effing mouth. Here is where shit escalated, y'all. Because there was no reason for him to curse at that lady. As far as I'm concerned, whenever people are going back and forth and somebody starts cursing, that's an automatic escalation. Because why are you cursing at me? Why are you cursing at me? If I'm getting into it with anybody, if we are having conflict and all of a sudden they start cursing at me, I'm like, okay, hold on. Why are you cursing at me though? Why are you cursing at me? That's how I feel. And this is where Gregory took it. So Sweet Tea started it, and Gregory escalated it. Yes, he did. Quad is responding to what they're saying at this point. She's eating them up, so it looks like she's attacking them. But Sweet Tea started this shit. Y'all with me? Okay. Then Greg says, I hope you're happy. Quad says, that's the narcissist being revealed. And then Sweet Tea is like, now Quad. Now at this point that Gregory started cursing, I don't know if y'all peeped this. Again, I gave y'all the seating arrangement, right? At this point, King turns his whole body. He turns his whole entire body to look at Greg. He is staring at Greg. The man barely blinked. Do you understand? Now we have Sweet Tea trying to defuse the situation, and Greg starts yelling, babe, 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 you be good, you be good. Why are you yelling at this lady? Why are you raising your voice at this lady? She's not allowed to speak up for herself and speak to Quad? You the one that started cussing at Quad. Were you being good? I don't know if y'all caught this either, but he is jamming his finger into her arm. He's like, babe, you be good. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. There are certain things that men do that is alarming for me. It trips off alarms in my mind. Don't grab a woman in a certain way. Don't grab her by her arm a certain way. Don't grab her by her shoulder in a certain way. Don't jam your fingers into. There are certain things that make me very uncomfortable. There are ways in which I believe that men should not be touching or handling a woman. Gregory looks very pressed. Quad is saying, the volume is real loud back there. My man would never speak to me like that.
She's mother right now.
I told y'all already, King still got his eye on Greg. He still got his eye on him the whole time. He's ready for him to say anything else out the way. He's like, all right, you got one. I'm going to see what else is. And now he's intently watching. Dr. Mimi in her confessional is saying that Quad is drunk. She needs some water, any type of water, sparkling or still. I'm going to say this as a former bartender, just a little tidbit. The first thing that they teach you in bartending school is when you're dealing with a drunk person, you never want to give them anything sparkling, anything carbonated to sober them up, because the bubbles rush alcohol into the bloodstream that much faster. So for those of you out there, you never want to give a drunk person any soda, anything carbonated or anything like that. The best way to go with a drunk person is water, keep them hydrated, caffeine to help them wake up, and food. Contessa gets up at this point because I think she's realizing it's about to go down. Greg says, I hope you're happy. Now here's Letitia and Quad. They're looking at each other. They're having a face-off at this moment. And Letitia's like, you're very cute, Quad. You are very cute. And Quad is like, I'm what you want to be. Y'all, did y'all peep how in last week's episode, Letitia was still moving Quad's furniture out of her house that she lives in with Greg? You moved into that lady's house where all of her furnishings were still there. Now, whole time that Letitia is having this face-off with Quad, Greg is screaming into her ear. Greg is like, don't talk to her. You don't talk to her. Well, you were talking to her. So Letitia can't say anything on her own behalf. She can't speak up to herself. She's supposed to just sit there while you do all the talking, and then Quad is talking at her too. He doesn't respect her at all. He clearly didn't respect Quad, but Sweet Tea thought she was going to be the exception. Simone gets up at this point. She's like, what a lovely night. The night is over. The hotel just texted me. The hotel put their asses out. So now we have everybody having their side conversations. Quad is yelling. She's yelling this, by the way. I am not Mrs. Lunsford. I'ma trade that motherfucker in to be Mrs. King. Then we have Greg still on the side going off on Sweet Tea, talking about, I told you not to say shit. I told you not to say nothing. Embarrassing, honey. So they're walking off together, and then Quad yells out, now what part of America is that baby from? Heavenly yells out, Texas. The girls were clocked in for this episode. The girls were clocked in. Everybody but Sweet Tea, because her man be telling her what to do. Quad is telling Mimi over to the side about Sweet Tea. She's like, you best to keep your mouth shut, okay? Because if I start speaking up on what really happened, if we really run the minutes, it's going to get ugly. King is having a side conversation with Steve, and he's saying this is a process. She's still dealing with the trauma of it. You can tell he's a very sweet, mild-tempered man. I love a man like this. I love a man who is slow to anger, but also ready for that action at a moment's notice. That is the exact type of temperament that I would want in a man. And I also think that his temperament is perfect for Quad. We can't have two people that's TTG. Quad is already TTG. Let her be that. You need to be the one that's like, all right, babe, let's just, you know what I'm saying? I think that they balance each other out perfectly. Now we have Gregory and Sweet Tea in the elevator going upstairs. They're still going back and forth with each other. The way that Sweet Tea, go back and watch this. But when they actually got into their room, right? Watch Sweet Tea's body language as she went into the room with him, because it gave me that she was about to get in trouble. They're still going back and forth. He's like, look, I got to take a walk. And then Greg is saying, I told you that that's my past. I told you not to say anything to her. I'm tired of the negativity. Okay, you're so tired of the negativity, then what the hell you come back to the show for?
Too bad.
She's
After I noticed the pattern. After I noticed the pattern. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad.
You know how it goes. You know your ex-wife. You know how she is. You were so tired of the negativity that you still came on the show. It was all fine and well when it was just you and Sweet Tea, but now that it's Quad and her man, it's all of this negativity. When did the negativity start? Because you and Quad haven't really been filming like that. Y'all saw each other at the Med Gala last year's and this year's. Outside of that, what is all the negativity? What are you talking about? Anyway, also, all you had to do was be civil with King and Quad. You could have simply said hello. But you not saying anything to them let me know what type of time you're on, Gregory. You are jealous and you are pressed. You feel some type of way that your ex-wife found a man. She's talking about having a baby with him. She's talking about busting it open with him. She's talking about having sex with him 15 times a week. And y'all ain't have sex for 3 years.
Oh, huh?
And can I also say this? How much I want to have sex a lot of the time is depending on where we stand in our relationship. If we're good, then yeah, I'm going to be trying to have sex with you every day, twice a day. If I'm not really feeling you like that, I'm not trying to have sex with you. I don't believe that sex is a band-aid for things. Don't try to have sex with me to try to move past things. No, we're going to talk it out, resolve our conflict, and then we can get to making up. You should blame yourself, Gregory, for the reason that Quad didn't want to have sex with you for 3 years. Hello? We have Sweet Tea, Contessa, and Toya outside of the rooms having this conversation. And Toya is saying that every time Quad moves his arm, it bulges. She's saying that they're talking about how many times a week they have sex and how she stopped having sex with Gregory for 3 years. Sweet Tea is saying, oh, no, I don't think it's that serious. I just think that, Gregory doesn't want to deal with the negativity. I'm not going to call you stupid. I just think that you're naive. I don't like to call people stupid, but you're tempting me.
Wake up, bobblehead.
Now we have Damon, Heavenly, Curtis, and Jackie in a room together discussing what just happened. Damon is saying to Heavenly, Curtis, and Jackie that I don't know how anyone could think that Greg could sit here listening to Quad talking about wanting to have babies with her new man. Even the men are clocking the tea. Curtis says, there's no way I would have come back to this group if I were Dr. G. Curtis said that. Meanwhile, you got Sweet Tea walking around the villa looking crazy, looking for her man who's aggravated. She's aggravated. She got her arms crossed. She's going up and down the elevator, here around the world, and I can't find my baby. But anyway, y'all, that was the episode. Go ahead and hit the like button for me on the way out. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm posting. Oh, get down in the comments with me. Y'all already know that we're going to have a chat about this, okay? I'll see y'all for the next one. Peace.
Come on. It's me, Al Grande. or call me Papi Chulito. Yo tengo mucho loving for you mommies if you legal. For honeys, nothing equal to the way I tap that spot. Get your cat hot, guess what? You hit the jackpot. Candlelight dinners for you winners. See, I'm like Don Juan, beat me, sweetie. I get in ya. Sugar, I'ma put you in a beautiful